Hi, welcome to Jungle Cruising, a study on leadership as we cruise through the jungle and try to successfully learn some lessons from Disney's Jungle Cruise, the film, and also from the attraction itself as we follow up the worship series that we taught at the church at 434 called Welcome to the Jungle. If you haven't seen that series yet, go to touchandchange.net or go to the Church at 434 YouTube page, or take a visit to our Facebook page and take a look, and you can watch some of those other studies that we have done. They're loaded with Disney history, some images and pictures that actually come from the creation of the Jungle Cruise ride itself, and more importantly, some truth from God's Word about the world that we live in and how we successfully navigate it. Now, in this particular series, though, we are now in episode 8, and we're going to begin wrapping it up, but I want to share with you another idea in this episode that you probably already know but you don't like, because I don't like it either. And it's simply this: good leaders know that patience takes time. Patience takes time. Spoiler alert for the film. Eventually in the film you get to the point where you begin to understand a little bit about Frank Wolf, the jungle skipper, played by Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. And at this point, the filmmakers kind of put a Pirates of the Caribbean twist to it a little bit, and kind of do a nod to the Pirates series, if you will. Because basically, Frank's character has been around a long, long time. He is an ongoing survivor of a group of cursed, undead conquistadors. They mention the other ones in the film, of course, but then they give the backstory. And the backstory that they had is, in essence, and again, spoiler alert, not going to go to it a whole lot, but the leader of this group, on a quest to do something to save his daughter, is taken in by some natives that live along the river. And they are hoping that they will give to them the secret that they've come looking for. Eventually, they become impatient, and they demand that the leader give them the secret, and the leader of the tribe basically says that they have not earned it. They're not trustworthy enough to have it. And so in the moments of impatience, these conquistadors who had been assisted and saved by these people along the river turn on them and attack them and kill them. As a result, they're cursed. And so they're cursed and they can never get too far from the water. Later on, as that story unfolds, you find out why Frank does what he does and why these others have been out of the way for so long, because of a trap that he set. The problem that they got into at the very beginning of the film, or the conquistadors got into trouble with, is because they just weren't patient enough to earn the trust of the villagers to get what it was that they came to do. We've talked in this leadership series about how timing is everything, and patience takes time. A lot of times when we want patience, we say, well, I need patience, I need it now, which is kind of a contradiction. It doesn't work that way. But it takes time, and we need to be cautious when we begin to feel impatient, because impatience can be a sign of something greater going on. Good leaders will understand that when they begin to get impatient, and there is that holy discontent that's going on, it's always a real good indicator that you need to stop, slow down, and take a good look at what's going on around you. See what you need to see what you've missed, so then you can learn from it, retool, reorient, and get ready to move forward. On the Jungle Cruise attraction, as you're going through the monkeys, they'll say something like, now please, if you're wearing yellow, don't make any noises like a banana, because it drives them ape. They find the noise very appealing. But boom, and of course, it's just another pun. But sometimes, even as they're telling those stories, one of the things that the skippers have learned to do is they've learned to be patient, and they had to learn the timing of the jokes need to be just right, because the crowd that they have will appreciate them more if they're delivered in the right way. Impatience, in some ways, ruins the voyage, Impatience can sink the boat. Impatience can get you in a lot of trouble if you're not careful. And so, being patient sadly takes time. That's why they call it patience. But also for a leader, being able to find that godly patience is essential for them to be successful. And so join me one more time for one more edition of Jungle Cruising. I look forward to meeting you here in the boat on our next voyage.